Hello, welcome back to Java for Beginners. In the previous video, we looked at the Hello World application and we tried to break it down and make sense of it. In this video, we're going to look at Java statements.
All right, so we've printed out Hello World and we've discussed that these form boxes that we can write code in. So the box that we're going to write all our code within is this box between this curly brace and this curly brace. So we've got a statement and we're going to talk about statements in just a bit. I'm going to duplicate that statement and then hit run and see what's going to happen. So as I duplicate the statement, I'm getting Hello World printed. So I have 4 statements, 4 Hello Worlds being printed. So I can be like Hello World 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I hit run, I see them being printed. Let's talk a little bit about Java statements. Most of any Java program is made of statements. So what is a statement? Broadly speaking, a statement is an instruction, a thing that you're asking the Java language to perform for you. We can look at those 4 lines that we've just duplicated a minute ago. Each of them is a statement. How do you know? Well, looking at every statement, we notice that they all end with a semicolon. Okay, so I'll say most statements in the Java language end with semicolons. Not all, like if statements and things that we're going to see down the line, they don't necessarily end with a semicolon. But most statements, if you see a semicolon at the end of some text, that's probably a statement. So that's a System.out.println hello world. That's a statement. What it does for now, it prints hello world. I want you to know that in the Java language, unlike other languages like Python, Whitespace being tabs or spaces or new lines, in most cases doesn't have a major effect on the program. What do I mean by this? So I can add white spaces here and hit run and I'll still get the same result, right? Let me get rid of those 3. Hit run again, I get hello world. I'll add a new line between out and .println and then hit run, no different. I'll add another line between system and out and I'll add another line here and another line here. And you know what? I'll add a line here, and maybe a few tabs, and then a line here, and a few tabs here, just for fun. So when you hit run, you're going to get the same result. However, you're not allowed to add lines between, like to make the word system has to be one word. Like you can't just add a new line in there. You're going to cause a problem. So there are rules around where you can and can't add new lines. For instance, if I add spaces within the text that I am printing, or maybe a tab, the outcome is going to be altered. So in most cases, you can add spaces as much as you like. I'm just going to undo the spaces. Actually, before I undo, let me run. Now, there is a feature in Java where, in IntelliJ, where you can go in the out folder. I haven't spoken about the out folder. You can completely delete that folder. It's an auto-generated folder. Whenever you hit run, you're going to see the out folder generated here. And it will have the basically files that your compiler generates that you will pass on to the JVM for execution. And notice that you can perform a process called decompile. So when you compile your Java application, remember Java-C, Java compiler, you transform Java code from human readable form to what's called bytecode, which is a form of language that the Java virtual machine can interpret. So if you open that main.class file, you notice that IntelliJ has brought it back from the. Let me actually show you how it would look like in Finder. So that's the class file, right? If you want to see it, how it would look like, this is how it looks like. Okay. It's not this. It is this. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But the thing is, IntelliJ can work out what the actual source code was and then display it for you here. And it's called decompilation. All right, so just keep that in mind that we're looking at a decompiled source code. And if you notice that the decompiled source code has an extra thing here that we're not going to talk about, but it also has the same exact main function with the print statement, right? But notice that it's gotten rid of all the spaces that we added. So let me just show you. If I add 22 here and I hit run and then look at the decompiled file, I see that 22 is there. So it has compiled and executed this file. However, the white spaces are gone. It doesn't have unnecessary white spaces.
So I guess the point that I'm trying to make here is that the compiler does not care about how much space there is between, say, system and dot, or between dot and out. That information, once you go from source format to bytecode, that information will be erased. It will not be recorded in the bytecode. So when IntelliJ tries to reverse the bytecode into source code, as we've seen earlier, that information is not present in the bytecode, so it does not get transferred back into the source code.
All right, so broadly speaking, a statement is an instruction followed by a semicolon, okay? So the System.out.println hello world 22 is our instruction, followed by a semicolon.
Thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it useful. In the next video, we're going to discuss how to write comments in your Java code. And if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video.